Yay, there's already someone here. You guys, I'm so happy to be here on this beautiful Sunday morning. And I'm going to be talking about accessing the limitless field of information and the limitless field of healing and the limitless field of potential. Welcome, you guys. Just if you're here, I'm used to going live on Instagram, so I see more interaction. And I know that there's a chat feature here that I don't know if you guys can drop where you're watching from. You can drop any questions. Just say hi to me. I hope you can hear me. I'm like looking at the little microphone thing. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. I want you guys to feel this energy that I feel so tapped into today. I literally woke up at 5 in the morning and I went for a hike and the sun was rising and I just sat in the sun and the moon was above me and the sun was like right in front of me. And I just sat and I imagined, and this is something that you can do, I imagined the light filling my entire body. So I saw it first like coming in to my head or my face, and then I imagined my whole body just filled with the light of the sun. It's a beautiful practice. I shared a practice with a client last night doing a reading that I feel intuitively called to share right now. So for many of you, especially if you're empathic and highly sensitive, whenever you go into public places or social places or really any social interaction you have, you need to put protection up, right? You need to really state clearly that you're not going to take on any negative energies or energies that don't serve you. But often over our lifetime, I see them as energetic cords. Well, we do take on the energies of other people. And we do have unhealthy cords that need cut. And oftentimes when it comes to cord cutting or seeing these unhealthy attachments with other people, I see them as these black cords of like sticky, dark energy. Some people do see them different ways. But oftentimes when I work with people, I can see the entanglements. They can come from past lovers. They can come from people at your workplace. But over the course of our life, we develop these cords and these attachments. And as we continue to ascend and as we continue to evolve, I'm telling you guys, it is the weirdest thing going live. Still to this day that I'm just looking at myself and talking. Andrea says hi. I want to see you guys. I know that's what Zoom is for, but I wish I could see you guys. I can feel you guys. So over the course of our lifetime, we develop these cords, these sticky cords of energy that might bind us to somebody in a codependent way. Or even, especially when it comes to lovers or people we've been with, even if we've broke things off with an unhealthy person or we've moved away from an unhealthy person, there's still this energy exchange that's going on through these energetic cords. So I guess what I'm intuitively being led to give to you guys right now is a beautiful visualization, which is really energy work. Okay, I was doing this with a client last night, which is really energy work that's going to help you cut the cords, that's going to help free you up, so that you can continue to evolve, which if you think of the title of this video, how to access the limitless field of information, we want to be free from everything that binds us to energies that don't serve us. We want to be free from anything that binds us energetically to people that aren't helping us reach our highest potential. So if you feel like you might have some of these cords from past relationship, or if you feel like you just go out in public or you go to work and you feel like you pick up on these cords or these energetic entanglements, this is a beautiful visualization that I want you to use that can completely change this game for you guys and will free you up, right? Okay. So I want you to first think about, you guys get excited, okay? These are like visualizations I share with people when I'm working with them. So get excited that you're getting this information right now. I'm excited for you. So I want you to imagine just in the past week, okay, any people or cords that you're aware of, any energetic entanglements. And I want you to notice what part of your body, what part of your body those cords are attached to, right? So if it's with like an unhealthy ex-lover, There might be like a cord from your root chakra to their root chakra, right? From your core, from your base to their base. If it's like some real codependent relationship with a friend or maybe a parent, it could be like an energetic cord from heart center to heart center. If it's with somebody where there was maybe a lot of gaslighting and a lot of emotional abuse, there could be the cord from head to head. So I want you to just kind of notice where some of those cords and energetic entanglements might be. Okay, if it's cords from people that are wanting you to feel their feelings for them or wanting you to take responsibility because they can't, it might be attached to your back because it's going to kind of weigh you down a little bit. Okay, so here's what I want you to imagine. I want you to kind of see these cords and where they're kind of coming out from what part of your body. And then I want you to imagine at your base, at your root, at your core is a ball of light. Okay, this light is highest self. This light is the oneness. This light is God, source, universe, the highest energy. And I want you to invite it as a ball of energy into your core, into your root, into your base. Okay, and I want you to just close your eyes for a moment and you can feel, and if you're sensitive to energy, you might move a little bit, but you can feel that energy gathering at your root, gathering at your core, gathering at your power center, at your creativity center. And then that light begins to grow. So it fills up your chest cavity, right? And it fills up your throat and your neck and your head. And here's the cool part. I want you to imagine that light getting to where those cords, where you feel those cords at your heart, at your head, at your base. When the light gets to those cords, you want to know what the light does? It fills up that cord. It overtakes that energetic cord. So if you see that energetic cord or entanglement is a black, sticky thread or energy, I want you to imagine that with this light that you've invited into your base and filled up your body, that you are blasting those energetic cords with this white light. So that the energetic entanglement, the cord, the enmeshment is filled with light. And as it fills with the light, the darkness, the cord, the stickiness is enveloped with the light, taken over by the light, dissolved by the light. So once where you might have seen dark, sticky cords coming out of you, now there's just light blasting out of every part of you. And the cords are dissolved. I want you to remember that this visualization, it's not just imagination. It's legitimate energy work. It's tapping into magic, real magic, and connecting to the limitless power that you have to free yourself, to heal yourself, to know. Okay, so you can do this visualization over and over again. When you're feeling those energetic entanglements, when you're feeling like you're taking on other people's stuff, you can imagine those cords coming off different parts of you, and you bring the light into your core, and you fill up your body, and you blast the light into the cords so that they dissolve. Is that resonating? It's going to resonate with the people that it needs to resonate with, whether you're here now or whether you're watching the replay. I feel the energy around my body. And around and around and around. May everyone watching this, oh good, it's resonating with you guys, good. I want to speak a blessing. With our words, we cast spells. This is only for the highest good and for the highest good of all beings. But I want to cast a spell and a blessing with my words over everyone here. That the seeds of doubt, that any seeds of doubt that exist in your energetic body would be dissolved and removed in this moment. And that you would have a remembering, a familiar remembering of your power, of your ability with a simple exercise like this, with energy work, that you would have a remembering of your power. We forgot. We started giving institutions and religions and politicians and teachers our power, and priests and teachers and healers. We are entering a new age when we all have to rise up as the guru. We all have to rise up as the teacher. We all have to access within ourselves our all-knowing self, our ability to heal. All of us have supernatural abilities. And when I say supernatural, I mean they are supernatural. We all have them, but we have to remember them. We have to remember them. And this video, may it be a great remembering for you. That maybe you've seen, anytime you've seen anyone else that possibly you've been jealous of or just admired, all that you're seeing in them, let's mute the phone, all that you're seeing in them is a reflection of your own power. Is a reflection of your own power. You have the ability to access a limitless field of information. So when I do readings, I often go into a deep meditative state before I do the readings. And how I personally do it is I write down all the information I get about the name. I usually just give the name of the person, about the name of the person I'm working with. And then I get on the phone with them and I don't even take questions from people. At first, I don't even let people share. There's always time for people to share. But I just start sharing all of the information that I downloaded about them. And that's how I do it in the reading. And every single time, you guys, every single time, the information is right on. Right? It's not about me. It's that I accessed a limitless field of information. I felt into the energy of that person. I accessed their highest self. And I just brought through information. When I'm doing readings, then people say to me, yes, you're confirming what I already know. Yes, or how did you know that? Or oftentimes just yes, yes, yes. You're confirming what I already knew, but what I was too afraid to believe. Right? So part of my work is to help you realize it's not just me, people that call themselves psychic or intuitives or channels. We are all psychic, intuitive channelers, every single one of us. Sometimes it's nice to do readings, even for me, because then I start remembering, oh yeah, I have this superpower, but you have it too. Like, what if I told you that you never needed to get or never needed to see? There's a time and a place for it. But what if there were no healers and there were no intuitives and there were no teachers for you to follow? What if I just reminded you and told you that everything the teacher is going to tell you, everything the healer is going to tell you, everything the authority is going to tell you, that information is already in you and you have the ability to access the exact same information whenever you want. You don't need someone else to bring it through for you. Okay? Maybe you're not quite there yet, but you're getting there. So how do you access the limitless field of information? How do you access it? First of all, you set the intention to access the limitless field of information. You humbly ask to access the information that you need to know. You set the intention and you ask. Number two, for many of us here on the 3D plane, it's absolutely essential for you to get out of your daily routine, right? So maybe you're wanting to meditate in your bedroom or anything that's familiar, any space that's familiar. A great way to just automatically get into that limitless field is go get out of the routine setting. Go get out of a space where you're going to maybe get into the same habitual thought patterns, Go get out and ideally in nature somewhere. And even if you live in a city, go to a park and just sit by a tree. Get out in nature somewhere, get out of the routine day to day. Because part of accessing the limitless field of information is, you see all your thoughts. I forget the exact statistic, but you think something like 64,000 thoughts a day. And it's mostly the same, 10 thoughts or something, just on repeat, or a different version of the same thought. So to access that limitless field of information, we want to get off of that hamster wheel. What I told the class that I was teaching yesterday is we really want to get into the space between our thoughts. And so here's a tool that I use. You can practice this with me now, is that you imagine your thoughts are clouds, right? Maybe some of you have heard this before. And you can just imagine each thought kind of floating by you on a cloud. Like here, I'll tell you my thoughts right now. So here's one thought. I probably had too much coffee this morning, okay? Here's the next thought. But the coconut water I'm drinking will help me not be dehydrated. I'm so excited for my sessions later, right? These thoughts are just kind of streaming by. You can kind of track your thoughts. How I access the limitless field of information is I imagine I have a remote control and I hit pause. So here's the thought, the coconut water is going to help me not be dehydrated. Here's the thought, I can't wait for my sessions later on today. And I hit pause. So between this thought and this thought, there is a space. And when I enter into this space, and it's a practice, pausing the thoughts and going in between, there is a space that is light, it is nothingness, it is free from all the repetitive thoughts. It's a kind of a nice place to hang out in. And the more you practice it, the longer you're able to hang out in that space in between. And then I can listen for just a moment. And so what comes through for me right now is that, whoa, there are incredibly powerful people watching this live right now as I'm recording it. I'm talking about the people that are watching as I record. This video is a portal opening, is a code. The dog agrees, right? Okay, so a bunch of information is coming through, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to put the clouds back on play, and the thoughts keep going. Okay, that is a great practice to enter the limitless field of information. And it's even more potent when you're out in nature and away from the day-to-day distractions. Is this making sense to you guys? I mean, but really, can you ever have too much coffee? Yes, I think you can. Is there anything else that wants to come through? A couple great tips there into entering the limitless field of information. Another really great and fun way to enter the limitless field of information is what I do in my classes that I teach, is I just have people practice. Okay? Logic has taken humanity far and been wonderful, but we are entering a new era. Do any of you feel it's such a blessing right now, actually, that so many of us don't know who to believe or what to believe? There is massive information out there. There are articles being written that are just propaganda coming in from other countries. There are people just writing whatever they want to write, whatever their own subjective truth is. We don't know what to believe. We're confused, right? Wonderful. This confusion will only draw us in. And as we collectively are in the age of intuition, the age of Aquarius, we honor our logical minds and our ability to reason and think, the scientific mind. We honor what it has done for humanity. And at the same time, we realize that that logical mind has only taken us so far. So far. And then we open, which is what you're doing if you're on this call, we open to a new set of sensibilities rising in us again, which is our intuitive self, which is the ability that each and every one of us have to access the space between our thoughts and pull down information. Pull down a knowing about what's next for our healing, for our unification, for our freedom. It is our ability to access our intuitive self that will free us all at this stage that we're at in human history. We don't completely let go of the logical mind, right? We honor that the logical mind has been here and the intuitive mind has been like hidden. What we're being asked to do at this time in history is bring it into balance. And maybe even the intuitive self kind of rises up a little bit to where the information that comes through our intuitive selves when we access the limitless field of information or the space between our thoughts becomes just as important as the logical mind. Right now it's like this, right? When it becomes like this, there will be solutions that arise for our freedom, for our healing. This is why it's so important for you to take seriously your own intuitive superpowers. Your coworkers need it. Your family needs it. If you're a healer, your clients need it. But it doesn't really matter what walk of life you're in or what your career is in. When you begin accessing your intuitive superpowers, you get messages for your own healing and your own liberation. But you can also help other people access this part of themselves. And you can ask if the people in your life would like to receive messages, would like to enter the limitless field of information with you. And then this is where the fun part comes, is you can start sharing information that might come through for your friends and family, and you'll find that it's right on, and you'll find that it's exactly what they need to hear. I'm getting goosebumps. And then you can show them that they can access that limitless field too. Spirit, what would you have me say to my mother today? Spirit, what would you have me say to my coworker or my child or my lover? Spirit, what do you want me to hear? When I say spirit, I'm talking about accessing the oneness, our highest self, the limitless self, God, source, universe. It's imperative. It's imperative that we let our intuitive superpowers rise up. It's imperative that we enter the limitless field of possibility right now. The limitless field of potential and information. I'm actually intuitively being told right now to bring up politics and the election. There's a lot of information, all kinds of information from, people saying light workers are at a different vibration than politics and should stay out of it, to this is the right person, that is the right person. But I wonder what would happen if you use that little practice that I gave you with the clouds and pausing, and if you asked what information wants to come through to you about our current political landscape. What would happen if you tuned into your own intuitive superpowers and capabilities? For those of you joining from around the world, we're election season here in the United States. Start doing that in every area of your life where there's stress or fear or dis-ease or discord. Pause the thoughts, dive into the space between them, and ask the limitless field of healing and potential and information what you need to know. I can keep going. Do I keep going or do I wrap this up? You guys let me know. Remember your superpowers. Remember your limitless potential. Remember your ability to heal yourself. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get off. Much love, and I'll be back here again. I just started this channel this week, so I'm just so excited to be sharing here on YouTube. I feel you guys' energy. Okay. For those of you just joining, much love.